Always wondered which happens to the domestic waste management document deserted out for recirculation in Europe and the US? With China, one day the planet's main purpose for document recirculation, entered new restrictions on waste management document imports. At the start of recent year, a considerable ratio is now creature shipped to India wherever it's recycled. At the NR Agarwal Recirculation Factory in West Gujarat country, enormous mountains of waste management document are folded up nearly to the roof. The factory, in an industry property in the town of Vapi, is one of India's largest, and the scope of the transactions there is remarkable. Workers use bulldozers to break down outdoor large bales of waste management document, and teams of female in vividly color saris kind the document in various types. In one heap the frontline web page of an publication of the Saturday Telegraph device is obviously apparent. In else I place the verdant output of an British regional document, the Wood of Deccan and Vale overview. Largest of our imports are of the UK and the USA, says Ashok Bansal, the business's execution CEO. He shows us how the document is graded and laden on a conveyor waste to be pulped. The resultant blue massive is later purified in chemical substances and covered on enormous, buzzing roller that butter churn out big sheets of pure whites document prepared to be utilized once again. As we say, a truck arrives transport a new loading of peace document of Belgian. Each day now more than trucks are stormy on the way to the plant of the neighboring docks, and the document mountains in Mr. Bansal's plant are increasing. The cause for the revival in document refining is how China, one day the purpose for more than rather than part the planet's recyclable piece document, metal and plasticity, has superimposed new restrictions on waste management imports. The authorities told they were take activity to defend social public health and the environmental. The judgment, announced on January 1, 2018, leftward West countries scramble to discover a new household for their recyclable waste management. Lot were cladding the selection of each price dumping waste management in garbage dump sites, or flaming it, before Hindu refining seedling love Mr. Bansal's step in the violation. For the at first part of recent year, down there was a 200% growth in waste management document supply of the Europe Association to India, onto the Confederation of Europe Document Industries. And of the US supply rose by more than rather than 100% among January and October recent year compared to the identical time in 2017, on to the World Peace Recirculation Institution, ISRI. We are now with greater sea vessels to exportable to India since the volumes of recyclable document departure out is considerably upwards, says Ranjit Baxi, president of J&H Turnover, a main recirculation company in the UK. Or we believe India will go on to increase as a marketplace for us. For the Hindu companies it's a gain position. India is a raw content deficient nation, says Mr. Bansal. We don't include lot of trees and jungles to convertible timber in flesh. We are generally dependent on waste management document and how consumer demand can be stipulated by the West planet. At the noisy document marketplace in Old Delhi, India's requirement for document consumer goods is precise to view. The marketplace sells all of novels and workout books to document for engineering style and charts. Shopping and traders hustle for area on the tight pavements. The crowds there are receive greater all the period, says book dealer Shabir Hussain. Occasionally I fair can't manage in the consumer demand. Lot of the document done in India is utilized to do books and high school books for a quickly increasing people, and to do paperboard boxes and some types of packing for the expansion manufacture segment. But a considerable sum as well ends up as newsprint. India might be named about the planet as a center of the top tech production, but it's as well a nation wherever the printing print is rapidly developing. Yearly paper and ammunition depot turnover includes sort of 40 million in 2006 to almost 63 million in 2016, on to India's auditing office circulating. Experts say the major cause India is bucking the world tendency is how, though accessing to the web via smartphones, laptops and tablets is common, lot Indians yet choose to include their news story brought to their homes each night in the shape of a everyday paper. The inflow of waste management document imports of overseas has helping and production in India how before recent year was in severe decrease due to the shortage and price of waste management document to recirculate. In history year more than rather than a quarter of document mills were constrained to close downward since of costly waste management document prices, says businessman Aman Sethi. Currently in the splash in imports the prices include go downward and they are opening. For the regional economics how tool new jobs, not fair in the recirculation seedling but as well at the ports and in the transportation companies ferrying the document to and of the seedling. And the tendency looks set to go on, for now at low. The Hindu recirculation production as necessary almost 14 million tons of waste management document to encounter present demands. National recirculation just produces 30% of how some, and recirculation levels are just part the world ordinary. So the consumer demand for waste management document of overseas is potential to stay powerful. But the problem cladding Hindu importers is how to force more than strict rules on the type of waste management they are produced to take. In the at first few months of recent year several consignments of document were unfit since they concluded plasticity, and document mills though blocked several UK and US suppliers. Nobody who intends to exportable waste management document to India will include to perform in our stringent regulation, told Sujeet Samadar, of Niti Aayog, India's top planner Flesh How is now formulating a domestic recirculation politics. It's not as if the floodgates will outdoor for any old document to go in India.